Some good things to be excited about from a performance perspective, and it was going pretty well. That's why we got the first units out of the game relatively early. But also, we got a 5-day turnaround, and so those guys get an opportunity to play again here in a short period of time. And so they did enough, man, to check the boxes, if you will, for week 2 of the preseason. And because week 3 is coming so quickly, we moved on, got some exposure to some other people, and and so I'm appreciative of that. When the first units operate the way that they operate, it really provides a platform for others to show their skills. Tanner Morgan got an opportunity to play, and that's not a given this time of year. And really it's because of the efficiency of the first groups. I thought the guys were engaged. I thought they did some fundamental things well that makes them a tough team to beat. I didn't think we were highly penalized. I thought we largely maintained possession of the ball. Those type things. We played the field position game. We kept them on the long field with our midfield punting. But there's a lot to be learned and a lot to be taught at this stage of the journey, and we have to do it extremely quickly this week because it's just a quick transition. We'll be wheels up here in a short number of days, and again, we expect to play everyone that's available to us, and particularly the starters. And so that's why we proceeded in the manner in which we did tonight, having an opportunity to tee up this next one on the road. I'll pause and open up for questions. Very little injury things to speak of. That's a fortunate thing. We probably limited Joey Porter at the end in an effort to prepare him to get him in the next stadium, because he's been practicing on a limited basis, as you guys know, those that have been following us at training camp. And so we wanted to get him work not only tonight, but we just think it's important to get him in as many environments in preparation for the regular season. And so we wanted to work him as much as we could work him tonight without absorbing too much negativity from a health standpoint, in an effort to get him back into that stadium in 4 or 5 days. And so we'll see where that leads us.
Mike, you encouraged by the efficiency of your first team offense you've seen in 2 games and the splash plays you're getting, explosive plays?
I like the fact that we're getting some splash, but it's just not a large enough sample size. But that's the thing that we all battle this time of year. It's a limited sample size. If you're looking to feel good, you can find it. But I don't know that I or we are looking to feel good. We're just working, and we're gonna keep it moving and get ready for this next one next week.
What do you think of Joey in his first taste?
Again, we can't get him enough snaps. We'll be working our tails off to make up for last week's missed opportunity. And so I like some of the things that he did, but boy, we got to see a lot more. He has to see a lot more. There's no substitute for snap exposure.
Mike, what did you like from your young guys? You see Irving tonight, JPJ, and just how they've handled their early season situations here.
They're playing with energy and emotion, and I know it seems like nothing, but when you're a young guy and you lack experience and you're worried about assignments and environmental things, it is a tough task to play with energy and emotion. And I see a lot of our young guys doing that. And I think when you do that, you really just provide an edge for yourself that probably allows you to make the splash plays. They're playing fast and fluid and with emotion, and that shows me that they know what they're doing. And so those are just good signs. I am always looking for emotion from young guys, because that's just more than anything, unless you know that they're comfortable and they know what they're doing.
Mike, what is it about Jalen Warren? Of course, you saw it last year, but that he does it when he touches the football. He makes positive yards.
He's built for the game. He's got a natural base about him, man. He's tough to get on the ground. He's competitive. But he's just a young guy that's working to get better. He brings that every day.
Talked about the punt teams, but it seemed like all your special teams looked pretty good. Calvin, obviously, big return. It was like Miles might have got a hand on a punt. What did you make of those units?
Man, we got so much growth ahead of us there. We got to acknowledge that we're kind of turning over the guts or the core of our teams, if you will. Guys like Derek Watt and Marcus Allen and Robert Spillane are part of us anymore. So we are working with an edge in that space. And some guys have to prove that we can hang their hat. We can hang our hat there and be solid. And so we got good work from them tonight. But boy, it'll have our attention. We're gonna need good work continually from that group, man. To establish that core that I mentioned that you build and work from in that phase.
Does a guy like Tanner Muse kind of fit in there of what you're trying to add?
It's to be determined.
Anyone else?
What are you seeing with Kendrick Green snaps? There was another one today that didn't go the way you wanted.
Not good enough. Routine things routinely is what we expect. And it doesn't get any more fundamental than CQ exchanges.